What's going on? It's Butch from Fitness Psychology, and with this video today, I'm going to talk about some common fitness trends that people tend to follow that could actually be potentially bad for them. So guys, before we get into it, please hit the like button, hit the bell notification, and the subscribe button, so whenever there's a new video that comes out, you guys can get a notification of that moving forward. So without further ado, let's get into this topic. All right, so fitness trends here. We all tend to follow them because remember, we're creatures of habit here. Sometimes though, what ends up happening is if you stick with some certain trends, they can actually be a little bit bad for you down the road. Here are just a few reasons why it can be this way. So to start off with, you might actually get disappointed because if you're doing the same thing over and over again, like the exact same thing, you're not really going to see any results eventually. So that's just going to become very disappointing to you. You can get injured potentially. So if you're following the exact same fitness trend, you're doing the exact same thing over and over again, but it's maybe with bad form, that's going to lead to some injury down the road. So, your knee might start to hurt or your lower back might start to hurt, but that could be from maybe you had the incorrect form of how you're running or how you're just working out your legs or something even down to like even your calves and ankles. So injury is something that can definitely happen if you kind of stick to the same routine and you're doing improper form. You'll probably get bored, seriously. A lot of people, over the years, the clients I've worked with, they would just tell me they're just bored with the same routine. So if you keep doing the exact same routine over and over again, you're gonna get bored. That's gonna cause a severe lack of motivation. Your discipline's gonna go way down, and hence you're probably gonna fall off the bandwagon. So then you might not actually get any of the results you were trying to achieve with in the first place. So now let's dive into what are these common fitness trends that I've noticed over the years with people. The first one I want to talk about is you do the exact same routine every single day. I remember working in a wellness center, this was years ago, and over the years, you start to understand the members and you know them and you get to know your clients. And it's so amazing to me how a lot of these members would do the exact same routine Monday through Friday, even on the weekends. I mean, I remember there were so many members that I could actually legit probably to this day tell you what exactly they're going to be doing right now at the gym. Like it was like that. The routine though can be detrimental to you because I noticed they were doing the same routine. There was no results coming. And when I would talk to them, they would want to lose weight or they want to gain muscle. But when you're doing the exact same routine, your body's not going to adapt. How do you expect to get those results you're trying to achieve? This is something I have to work on, and it's not doing any mobility or recovery. This is huge. If you can't touch your toes, but you can bench like 200 pounds, there's a problem there. You have to work on your mobility and you have to work on your recovery. They kind of go hand in hand a little bit, but the thing is, as we get older, and even just like right now, since we're all sitting a lot, your body is getting really tight, right? So you have to work on mobility and let your body recover. Because when you work on those two things, that's actually how you'll see the results come faster. I mean, your body, when you work it out, you're breaking down basically your muscle fibers and you have to give them time to recover. So if you're not letting your body recover, you're never gonna see the results you're trying to achieve. And actually that can lead to injury also as well, hence with the mobility. When your body gets tight and your muscles get tight, they're not in a full range of motion. And usually what happens with injuries is because there is some sort of degree of range of motion that your body or the muscle group can't achieve. And then when it goes outside that barrier there, that's where it causes like an injury potentially. So it's really huge to work on your mobility. I really recommend getting like a foam roller or even just taking like a yoga class or even downloading an app and working on those two things there because you will seriously thank yourself when you start to work on your mobility. I mean, again, if you can't touch your toes, you got some problems. Okay, third trend here I noticed, I love this one personally. You're not pushing yourself hard enough. Yes, you're not pushing yourself hard enough. Just because you got your heart rate up a little bit, you were working out, you burned some calories, did you actually push yourself hard enough there? So what I've noticed is a lot of clients would say to me and members be like, well, I'm not seeing the results, but I'm actually pushing myself. And when you would actually see them work out, you're like, you weren't really pushing yourself. So sometimes with working out, right, with fitness, you have to get uncomfortable. And when you get uncomfortable, that's a stress to your body, but that's a great way for your body to actually to adapt. So you actually have to push yourself harder. And how can you gauge that? Well, you have to be honest with yourself. So on a scale of 1 to 10, this is a simple thing we did in college to gauge how hard you're working out. If you, at the end of your workout, if you can say on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the hardest, 1 just being a very sissy, easy workout, where were you on it? And be honest with yourself. If you think it was a 5, then you got to push yourself a little bit. But this is all about perception. Remember, you're trying to achieve a goal here. You want to feel accomplished. You want to lose weight. You want to gain muscle. So you're going to have to push yourself to limits that to limits you thought you had, but you actually don't. There's always that next level that you can take, and you have to be just aware of it. You have to be conscious of it. This is just something in general I noticed. Another trend is people are just not hydrated enough. I said in the last video, you have to drink your water. That helps out with weight loss. Well, drinking water helps out with your workouts. Because what happens with water is that it helps it just keeps us hydrated. So when your muscles are hydrated, they function better. Basically on a physiology level, your muscles are able to contract way better when they're hydrated as opposed to when they're not. So again, drink your water. Last common trend here I've noticed is you're actually not eating enough. You have to eat. Because when you eat, that's fuel for your body. And if you're just starving yourself all day long and then you try to work out and your workout just sucks ass, that's because you're not putting proper fuel in your body. So remember, you're trying to get the best workout that you can. So you have to eat. So in order to eat healthy carbs, eat protein, eat like a little bit of fat, you have to make sure you have proper fuel in your body to have a really great workout, because that's going to get you the results. The more you can push yourself, the more fuel you have, the better you're actually going to get your results there. So guys, again, try to avoid these common trends that I've seen over the years. Are you doing the same routine every day? Are you working on any mobility, or are you trying to recover at all? Are you seriously pushing yourself? Really think about that one for a second. Are you really pushing yourself? I already know the answer to this one. Are you drinking water? No, you're not. Make sure you actually eat. It's okay to fuel your body for your workouts. So guys, those are some common fitness trends that I've noticed that people tend to do. And I've got caught up in a few of them myself over the years. That's the thing is, with fitness psychology, I want to be raw with you guys because I'm not perfect. So I tend to fall into some of these traps myself, but you have to catch yourself. So please gauge where you're at. If you're disappointed with your results, if you're getting bored, or you think you're like getting injured a little bit, you might be doing one of these common fitness trends that I tend to see a lot. So just kind of give yourself a new perception to see where you're at and gauge, right? But guys, what is a common fitness trend that you find yourself in? Let me know down below in the comments. But in the meantime, again, don't forget to subscribe. And hey guys, I'm gonna see you next time.